my friends. Currency C-drama greets you. Chinese drama The Last Immortal Part 11. Ayin sensed that the inner elixir of the visitor was seriously damaged. Judging from his natural demeanor and far-off eyebrows, he was actually more noble than the immortal lord even though he had lived in the Yuming realm for a long time. Ziyuan took a fancy to Ayin at first sight and invited her to stay in Yuming realm, which would ensure that she would live 1,000 years and enjoy a lifetime of happiness. However, Ayin did not respond and wanted to cast a spell to heal the other party's injuries, but the other party returned his spiritual power and declined politely. Although Ziyuan did not embarrass Kuching for Ayin's sake, he still put forward a condition, that is, he must help him find the Xianxia stone before he can hand over the special token. As soon as the three of them walked away, Ziyuan suddenly changed his expression and became extremely weak. He tried to persuade Aoge not to go against the will of heaven and try to seize other people's spiritual power. Unfortunately, Aoge didn't listen at all. After coming out of the Ziyuan building, Kuching took out a dashboard and said that he had just collected information about the Xianxia stone. As long as he had this thing, he could find the approximate location of the Xianxia stone. Hongyi spent money to buy a carriage and asked Kuching to pretend to be a driver. He drove all the way to a remote suburb and happened to meet Yan, who came to do something. With the help of Yan Shuang, everyone discovered that the 3 life stones were in the hands of the dragon demon and were controlled by spells. Many villagers gathered by the river. It turned out that they wanted to sacrifice the woman to the dragon demon in exchange for blessing. Seeing that the dragon demon was so arrogant, Kuching and others decided to get rid of the scourge for the people. Ayin replaced the sacrificed woman Wuxia, wearing a red wedding dress and sinking to the bottom of the river. Since there was only one to sew suit, Kuching took the opportunity to sneak in and stay by Ayin's side while Hongyi and Yanshuang stayed outside. Because Zhao Yao was already a demigod, he was not fooled by Ayin and Kuching and quickly found out their identities. The dragon demon dreamed of transforming into a dragon against the will of heaven, especially when he discovered that Ayin was a water-condensing beast and even wanted to take his inner elixir to increase his power. Kuching tried to break into the formation to no avail. Seeing that Ayin was injured due to losing the inner elixir and vomiting blood, he was heartbroken. At the critical moment, the ancient emperor's sword was contaminated with Kuching's blood of chaos, and once again exerted its magical power. Kuching used the ancient emperor's sword to break through the barrier, seriously injured the dragon demon, snatched the inner elixir, and put it back into Ayin's body. When the dragon demon saw this, he became angry and turned into a giant python and attacked Kuching crazily. Ayin rushed over regardless of his own comfort, but both of them were controlled by the dragon demon spell. The spiritual power of the 2 people was continuously sucked away by the dragon demon, and they were extremely weak. Kuching tried to use the master-servant contract to transfer spiritual power to Ayin to preserve her vitality. At the critical moment, Hongyi and Yanshuang appeared in time, and the 4 of them joined forces to fight against the dragon demon, and finally wiped out the dragon demon and completely wiped it out. Yanshuang picked up the Xianxia stone and handed it to Ayin and Kuching, but the 2 unexpectedly couldn't sense the master-servant contract, guessing that the master-servant contract was unlocked by itself in the formation. Kuching couldn't help but feel a little disappointed when he saw Ayin's happy look. Lin Mo, the second prince of the Tiger clan, invited Hong Ruo to a party and agreed to meet in the Quiet Valley. Hong Ruo wanted to suppress the devouring of the god-killing flower, but the powerful demonic power of Quiet Valley still had no effect on it. King Lin wanted to seize the opportunity, but Hong Ruo suddenly realized that he would rather destroy his body than let her succeed. In the end, King Lin controlled him. By the time Lin Mo arrived in a hurry, Hong Ruo had already passed out. Hongyi discovered the rare earths in Ningyan Mountain from the dragon monster and planned to extract elements from it to find clues. As long as he found Ningyan Mountain, he could give the water-condensing monster a home there. It happened that Kuching overheard the conversation outside the door and mistakenly got that Ayin fell in love with Hongyi, so he called her out alone, saying that she was free and could leave, and even declined her offer to accompany him to find the Fire Phoenix Immortal Yuan. Ayin misunderstood that Kuching did not want to be entangled with her, so they broke up unhappy with their own concerns. On the other hand, Fang Ming came to Day's Mountain on the pretext of building a pagoda and tried to get close to the immortal vein, but Xianxia discovered it and found an excuse to get there. Shenzhou entered the mortal world to experience and fell in love with the human woman Wan Yue. However, Wan Yu's lifespan was over. He violated the fairy rules and brought Wan Yue into the space barrier of the fairy world, hoping to defy heaven and prolong her life. Fang Ming noticed that King Yi sent a 7-star lantern to Shenzhou and followed him out of curiosity. From this, he learned that Shenzhou hid a human woman in the fairy world.